When tiling a bathroom, you're inevitably going to have to make some holes in your tiles. First was for these lights up top, and for those, I just chipped out the bulk of the material with the tile saw because it was near a joint. Same thing with these over here. The shower heads were all on the joints of the tile. So where the pipes were coming through, I could just notch out the tile to fit over the pipe. And that's the way it was with all of these. But over here, this fancy shower control has a wire coming out the wall, and it landed right in the middle of a tile, and I needed a perfectly round 1-inch hole. I'm going to show you how I did that today. When remodeling a bathroom, it's all about the details, and the smaller the bathroom, the more you notice the details. We lived with our old shower for 20 years in this house, so we planned every detail of this new bathroom as if we were going to be living with it for another 20 years. Classic Carrara marble and white fixtures, polished chrome finishes, and a QM drain. I was only doing this once. It had to be perfect. Let me start by saying the only way to really get pristine holes, perfect holes in tile is to use a diamond hole saw. You need that diamond tip to make that beautiful cut. And so what I'm using here, I bought these drill axe, a set of 10-piece drill bits, and 1 inch was the largest they had. I knew that's the one that I would need to use, and all the smaller ones were kind of a bonus, and it was less than $20 for the set. So I used masking tape to mark exactly where I wanted the hole to be. Now, I'm going to be using a drill press here, but you can use this kind of a bit with a handheld saw, but you just have to start it at an angle so you get a little bit of a lip for the hole saw to, I guess, be guided by, if that's the best way to put it. Now what I'm doing here is making sure that my saw is on the slowest speed that it can do, which is 500 RPM. That's why I'm adjusting these belts. I have the tile sitting here on a piece of 1x4 scrap piece of pine, just so that the tile's not sitting directly on the metal of the drill press table. The other benefit of a drill press is that I can set the maximum depth. So I didn't want it to start drilling into the wood, I only wanted it to go through the tile. It's important to clamp it to the table because I'm going to need to use both hands in a minute, and you'll see why. Whenever you're using any kind of a diamond blade, whether it be a hole saw or a grinder blade or your tile saw, you always need to use water to cool the blade. Otherwise, you'll ruin it. The diamond flex will actually dislodge and it'll be useless. So you have to keep it cool, and that's why most tile saws have water pumps on them. But in this situation, obviously I don't have a water pump, so I'm using a bucket of water and an old tile sponge. And it's very important to keep the blade cool with the water. So I started out kind of just trying to rub the sponge against it to keep it cool, but I found that the sponge was heating up a lot and it wasn't getting enough water. So then I started squeezing water into the hole that was left there, that little trough as I'm starting to cut it. I'd fill that with water and just let it work its way down a little bit. Very gentle pressure here, letting the bit do the cutting. And you can see it starts to heat up and makes the water actually boil. That's what the steam is that you're seeing.
Eventually.
Alright, I maxed out my depth gauge. You could see the plug came out and it's actually in the top, in the hole saw itself. And taking off the tape reveals that perfectly round hole that I was looking for. But there was a thin sliver of tile still left. It didn't go all the way through. So I loosened the depth gauge and positioned it back again, just really quickly to get that last little bit. And that's how to cut a perfectly round hole in the middle of a tile. I'll put a link to this bit set down in the video description below. Thanks for watching. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are posted. Look for HandyDadTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit the website HandyDadTV for more great ideas and information.